Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me. Today we are doing another manga haul. I know. Aren't you thinking, didn't you just do one? I did, and yes, it's shameful. This is sort of the, what's the word? Ones that didn't arrive in time. So I have some of my Blackwell's ones that hadn't arrived in time, basically all turned up the next day. I have some secondhand ones that hadn't arrived in time, and I've also got some pre-orders that arrived, and I've decided I want to try and do some smaller hauls potentially more frequently. I probably won't have as much manga as I did last time, but I do still buy a lot of manga regardless, and I want to try and do some smaller ones where I can have some time to talk about the series themselves instead of just here's manga, here's another manga. Yeah, so I want to try this and we'll see how it goes. Also, first time I'm trying filming in natural light. Usually I film in the evening, so it's all my fairy lights that keep me lit, and like I have another light, but I've decided because it's actually a bit early in the day to try and film in natural light, the curtains open, though this room doesn't get particularly great natural light anyway, so if I still look a bit weird, sorry. Hopefully you'll still be able to see the manga okay. Let's start from the top. So I think the first one we have is a Blackwell's. I brought the bin next to me this time so I don't make a horrendous mess on the floor. And do we have the bookmark, one, and packing slip, that can go on the floor. And we've got Mashima's Heroes. I didn't know this was a thing until it popped up on Blackwell's, which is the pro tags from Fairy Tail, Eden Zero and Rave Master all end up in one universe together, and shenanigans occur, apparently. I am very excited because I love Fairy Tail, I love Eden Zero, and I'm hoping to one day read Rave Master. So yeah, this was a really exciting find because I didn't know it was a thing. I think it's only, yeah, I think it's just one volume. It's just the one, but yes. Let's do the next one. What's in here? It's Amazon. So, My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. This is actually part of my giveaway, my isekai giveaway. When I first did the video, I was right up until I filmed it trying to decide which series I want to put into it. So I filmed it using my copies, and I've bought brand new copies to send to the winner, besides How Not to Summon a Demon Lord Volume 1, which I mentioned is a second-hand copy, but still pretty good. Let's do this other Amazon. Oh my gosh! Just gotta rip into it. Another one of my isekai giveaway mangas, Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, Volume 1. So in terms of isekai, the reason I chose this was like this was my first big introduction into isekai. I had watched Sword Art Online, and Sword Art Online is an isekai, but I didn't really know of the genre until I I watched this, and I thought it was hilarious, and I loved the OP where they go do 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 do. So yes, that's why I decided to include this in my giveaway, when potentially I might say it's not one of the best stories, isekai stories, but it's sentimental to me. I'm going to not do that one straight away because I think that might also be one of the giveaway books. I'm going to do this one, which is a Blackwell's. Where's the bookmark? Where's the bookmark? I can't find the bookmark. Oh no. Well, the manga, which is actually the most important bit, is Ascendance of a Bookworm, Part 1, Volume 4. I'll do anything to become a librarian. If there aren't any books, I'll just have to make some. This is an isekai where this woman who loved books in her regular life unfortunately dies because her books fall on her because she has so many tall bookshelves. Except it's likely to be my fate too. But she is reincarnated into the body of a small girl and all she wants to do is read a book. But there aren't any books in this world, or at least for a peasant, which is what she is. So she's desperately trying to learn how to read and write and then try and find books or make paper, which is her current goal. She's trying to figure out how to make paper, which is weirdly interesting because she's trying to do all different sorts of ways of doing it. Like she's tried to, not too many spoilers, there's my bookmark. She's tried to make papyrus and that didn't go particularly well, and she tried to make clay slabs and that didn't go particularly well. So she's trying to do lots of different things and it's just so neat and interesting. Just I think another Blackwell's. Yeah, it is. I think being able to recognise the bookmarks by touch means you might have a bit of a problem. And we have got Grand Blue Dreaming 12. I love Grand Blue Dreaming. It's absolutely my perfect kind of humour. It is super lewd, it is rude. There is a whole mini story around Pocky in the first couple of volumes. Absolutely I had to stop reading because I was crying with laughter. It was so good. It's a diving manga. They do go diving. It's not particularly often. It's more about the drinking and the partying. It's super pretty. Like when they actually go diving and they do a double page spread of them diving is absolutely gorgeous. It's just not particularly often. This was recommended to me by a friend and he just I was like, what is it about? And he was like, it's diving. I was like, yeah, but okay, is that it? Is it just about diving? He was like, it's a diving manga. And I was like, that's not helpful. Or is there anything else? No, just diving. It's not. It's so good. And I've had this on pre-order for ages and Amazon couldn't fulfill it, but Blackwell's did. So thank you, Blackwells. I had started reading. No, wait, I just finished the volume manga I was reading. Perfect, I can read this the moment I stop filming. So excited. Right. Let's do this. Book depository. I don't get many book depository books because, oh, for goodness sake. Oh, for goodness sake. I missed the bin. That was easier than I made it. Because they're not often the best price unless you can get another discount code on top. I don't often go for them. What is this? Lacking. Lacking. That's what that is. And I don't, maybe it's just me, I don't like the little comics. I like the really pretty ones or the solid bright colours. I prefer those instead of the comics. I'm sorry, Book Depository. Don't hate me, and please keep sending me discount codes. Right, so this is That Time I Reincarnated as a Slime, which is another one of my isekai giveaways. That is such a crisp slime. Mine's quite battered. So this is one of the first isekai mangas that I got into because I remember seeing them on the shelf in Forbidden Planet and thinking, that looks neat. I think I've heard of the anime and it's quite thick volume. I'll try it out and I loved it. What's really neat is, without too much spoilers, there's like a whole bunch of, it isn't from the light novel, but you'll, how do I say it without spoiling anything? It's almost like we're reading some of the inner thoughts of one of our main characters. And it's just really neat because it's like a commentary of what's happened during the volume. And it's just super interesting seeing it from a different way and also seeing it written down, because this was sort of my first leap into light novels, really, particularly isekai light novels. Whoever wins, hope you enjoy that. Let's rejig the pile a bit so it's not top heavy. I should do that one too. Right. Another Blackwell's. Hopefully it's not all the giveaways in a go. I'm gonna end up with so many, I should make like a fan. Some form of art, I'm not sure. What do we got? Perfect World Volume 4, great, because Volume 5 arrived in my last one. And it's like, well, I can't read it, can I? Volume 3 kind of ended in a cliffhanger, so I am looking forward to be able to read this. I'm not sure how I feel at the moment about it. They're both being very silly. Yeah. It's just quite a nice sort of depiction of an adult couple, Jose. How real people might react in a relationship as opposed to just sort of a cozy high school romance. Not that cozy high school romances are good, just I enjoy variation more than anything. So another black. Also, after the last one, my throat was killing me because I've been talking for so long. The original unedited footage was like 2 hours long. And I was like, no, I need it to be under an hour. And I'd been talking for 2 hours and I forgot to grab my water. And I forgot to grab my water this time, but hopefully this one won't be as long, so it won't matter. In the stack, and we have got packing slip. We have got Saki the Succubus Handles Tonight. Is it really a haul if it doesn't have some form of plastic wrapped manga in it? I did have someone I know ask, why doesn't all manga get plastic wrap? Surely that would just keep it safe. So I don't think you understand why manga gets plastic wrap. It's not necessarily to keep it safe, it's to stop prying eyes. Is that it? Is that why they do it? That's why I've always assumed, is to like stop kids in the shop trying and flick through it on the shelves. But so this has been a weirdly wholesome ecchi. It's like vaguely got a story and it's kind of sweet, but also it is absolute smut. I mean, it's got succubus in the title. How can it not be? It's not a very long series. There's only 5 volumes, of which I'm hoping volume 5 might be in here. Yeah. Is this going to be volume 5? Nope. It is though the Rising of Shield Hero volume 14. So I got 15 in my last haul and I've now got 14, and I think this means I'm up to date. I don't think 16 actually comes out until like September. Fairly sure I've caught up with this in the past year. I think I started picking it up in June, and it's actually one of the few series that I've been watching the anime of as well. So I was going to watch season 2. Has it aired? Has it not aired? Is it delayed? Okay, I'm a bit behind, but I will plan to. I'm not too bothered about the current arc that's happening at the moment, so I'm looking forward to seeing it wrap up and end and see what happens next, because I loved the arc before this and the arc before that. But this one's just been a bit not as bothered. Not that it's bad, it's just I don't think it's been as good as the previous ones. So I'm waiting to see where it goes and what happens next. That was supposed to be smooth. We're all gonna pretend that was smooth. Oh no. Oh, this is legit heartbreak. Let's have a moment for this bookmark. It was not meant to be. Rip bookmark. Ugh, you can go in a separate pile because, yeah, you're broken. Oh, there's 2 in here. And one's plastic wrapped. So that'll be Saki the Succubus Hungers Tonight, Volume 5, which is the final volume in the series. Find out in this story's sweet, sexy climax. Yeah, I think that was a pun. What amuses me is one of the authors' names is Studio Hit-Cats. Some very strange author names on manga and light novels, and I absolutely love it. It's great. So I wonder how that'll wrap up. I don't understand, how will an ecchi finish? Not intended. Right, what's the last one? A Sign of Affection. Oh my goodness, everyone is raving every other which way, upside down, sideways, about how wonderful this is. I have had people message me, tell me how good this is, and I'll be honest, one of the reasons that I decided to do the haul today was because I wanted to read it. Because there's just so many people saying how good it is and how sweet it is, and yeah. So it's the same author as Shortcake Cake, which I think, right? I've actually got Shortcake Cake here, let me check. Yep, it is. I find it interesting when authors cross publishers. I want to know how that works. I suppose it might be different with English publishers, but Shortcake Cake is Viz and this is Kodansha. It's so pretty. It's been out of stock on Amazon, and then it was full price on Amazon, not about that. And then it was a bit cheaper on Blackwell, so I went for it because there's only so much of people saying how wonderful it is before you're like, okay fine, I'll give it a go. And I do like me some romance. Well, basically like anything as long as it's not horror. You can keep your horror away from me, I'm too big of a scaredy cat. Right. We have got some secondhand manga in here. Where are my scissors? Hopefully not packed as badly as some of the manga in the last one. Oh, that was atrocious. I am actually going to cut my face at one point, or at least a chunk of my hair. Oh, I've got the end off, so let's move that out of the way. And first we've got today's Cerberus. Gotta be honest, know absolutely nothing about it apart from it was £2.50. And that's the sort of price where I will give it a go. I think it's a romance GM press. It's quite thick actually. Gosh, £2.50. I think it's a sort of romance or harem-ish, but it's all the same person, where this dude helps a Cerberus, which is a 3-headed dog, and each of the heads is a person or something. Not entirely clear. I imagine I'll learn when I read the story. Just notice she's got a chain around her neck. Okay. Don't think it's particularly long. I think it's at least single digits or low double digits, which isn't too bad. And we've got Rosaria Vampire Volume 7. This has been a series I have been picking up very, very piecemeal, secondhand. This again was, I think, £3.50. I haven't collected too much of the original series recently. I've got a lot of season 2, second season. Where is it? Oh my god, it's right there. You'd have thought because I alphabetize, I'd be really good at my alphabet, but I can never remember which order S, R and T go. And that's not even the right order thinking about it. Oh well. Shush. Yep, volume 7. At this rate, it's going to be another one where I pick them all up and then read them all together. I've read 1 through 4 so far, or 1 through 3, I think. Gosh, I can't remember now. So next we have Behind the Scenes Volume 3 by Viz. This is the same author as Ouran High School Host Club and Millennium Snow. So I've got volume 1 and I've got volume 7, and I'll be honest, when I read volume 1 I was quite unsure. I found it really rushed to try and establish the plot, but I really liked the premise of the plot, and someone reached out and told me that actually volume 1 is rushed and is quite hectic, but it does calm down and get into the swing of things, which made me really happy to hear. So I am going to keep picking up the series. Not that I wouldn't anyway, because I like collecting series. But that's just me. Yeah, so I've now got 1, 3 and 7. This was another really cheap one. Everything in this was less than £4.30, I think. I really went for quite cheap volumes this time. Yeah. And it's only a 7-volume series. It's not a particularly long series anyway. So next we have Pandora Hearts Volume 2. This is a longer running series. No, it's not a longer running series. It's a complete series, but I think it's longer, as in it's about 25 volumes is what I meant to say. Apparently it's really hard to find, so starting to collect this series might have been a mistake, but oh well, I've started now. I only have volumes 1 and 2. This is another volume that I'd been trying to pick up and they never sent it out to me, and I sort of gave up on it because I got grumpy. But I finally have it again. It's meant to be really, really pretty and like steampunky, and I quite like steampunky, so this is exciting. Ow. Especially with how much I'm paying. Next we have So Cute It Hurts Volume 3, and this is one I picked up, and I don't have anything else from this series. I don't have volumes 1 or 2, but it was £2 and I do know of it. It's a shoujo beat, it's Viz, so I will likely enjoy it. So I didn't mind too much throwing out and just jumping straight to volume 3 because £2. I mean, it retails at $6.99. It makes me just upset. So happy with cheap manga. Right. And we got Happy Marriage Volume 3. So this is the same, actually. Let me just, yes. So I've got Happy Marriage Volume 2 and 3. Thought I'd do them both at the same time. This is the same author as An Incurable Case of Love, and that is very shortly coming to an end. Volume 7 comes out in the UK in the next month or two. I think it might release in May over here. That's if it doesn't get delayed, which everything is getting delayed at the moment. So that might come later. And I really enjoyed An Incurable Case of Love, and I quite like the art style. So I did look into some other series that the artist has done, and this is one of them, and I've seen a lot of other people recommend and say how good it is, how much they enjoy it. It's been a bit harder to find. Not every volume is available on Amazon at the moment, so I've been picking them up entirely secondhand. So I have 2, 3, 6 and 7 I think at the moment. I really like the spines. They're quite different. They're all full colour, and I love colour. I love colour. Then we have volume 2 of, darn it, couldn't pronounce it this time, Komomo Confiserie. Let's pretend that was correct. And again, I haven't read volume 1 yet because I only got it a few days ago, but when it's this cheap, and I did mention that I'd bought this already anyway, I believe this is another romance. It's, oh, is that damaged? Nope, there's just something sticky on it. Blech. Just how pretty is that cover? Oh, it's so nice. I don't think this was a particularly long series. I think it might be 5 volumes. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that. I've written it down in my spreadsheet. I have a column on my spreadsheet for how many volumes are in a series if complete. And I have written it there, but I don't think it's a particularly long one. Anyway, there's only 1 volume left in here, and it is, oh, it's brand new because it's plastic wrapped. It's plastic wrapped. And that is Dragons Rioting Volume 6. So I have volumes 1 and 2 and 6. This is only a 9-volume series where basically this dude who, if he feels things, he could die because of blood flow or something. As a story reason, it basically means he shouldn't be around girls. And he enrolls in this all-boys school, and it actually turns out it's not an all-boys school, it's an all-girls school. He's made a mistake, and there's like, or is it, it's not an all-girls school, but it's like 10% boys or something, and he's just trying to use these like martial arts abilities that his father's trained him in to try and avoid all the girls, but there's like these factions which are run by dragons, and one of the dragons realizes that he's actually like really neat and skilled and wants him to train her, and he's like, no, leave me alone. And she's like, no master, come back. And he's like, no, go away. And he ends up sort of trying to train her while stay away from her, and it's, yeah, it's pretty ecchi, but not, it's just a lot of like very strange fitting shirts, that sort of ecchi. But yeah, right. Only a couple more to go. How long has it been? I don't think it's been as long as the other ones. What have we got? What have we got? We've got, oh wait, this is book depository. So the bookmark might not be in the same place. Ascendance of a Bookworm, Volume 1. But Ascendance of a Bookworm, Part 1, Volume 1. I'm not going to read the whole title, I already did it for my Volume 4. This is another one of my Isekai giveaway volumes. I've already spoken about why I think it's a wonderful series. And there is a bookmark. And there's some weird bits. It's another one of the comics. I've already spoken about why I think it's such a good series, and I hope whoever wins enjoys it as well. I'll do the smaller one and then I'll do the bigger one. I think this one came today, and I think it's a pre-order if I'm correct. I am. It is Snow White and the Red Hair, Volume 12. Just released, well, Amazon got it back in stock today. So this is quite a sweet romance. It's sort of a fantasy romance where Snow White, not her actual name, works, Shirayuki is her name, works as a herbalist for a kingdom, and she's gotten really cozy with the prince, and it's super cute and lovely and adorable, and all the surrounding cast, like the knights, are super lovely and cute and adorable. It's a bit weird though. I sometimes find it's a bit slow to read. I can sometimes drift off, and it can take me a bit longer to get through it than I would hope on a manga. And then there's chapters where I just fly through it. I find it's quite sporadic, but it is quite a big fan favourite. Yep. Right, last parcel, and it's a thick one. That was aggressively loud. Oh no, get a... What's... Just we got one bookmark for this stack. So we have Fire Force 13, which was one of the ones that I bought super cheap. because I don't remember buying that. I remember buying that now. 5 plus 13, which I bought super cheap for about half price. I think this is the last one I was missing, or is there 1 or 2 more? I will need to check. Yeah, I've now got a good few of these. I'm missing like volume 4 and 9, I think. The next 2 are The Rising of Shield Hero Volume 1 and Soma Spider So What Volume 1, which are part of my Isekai giveaway. I've already talked about The Rising of Shield Hero, so that will go down. Soma Spider So What is one of my favourite Isekai at the moment. It's about a spider who, well, it's about a girl who's been isekai'd into the body of a spider, and she's stuck in this like labyrinth dungeon thing, and she's trying to survive and get out. But as part of it, she levels up and she gets skills. So it's like a proper video game isekai, which are some of my favourites. So there's bits in it where it's like she's got skill points and she can then choose from skills from like a skill list which one she wants based on how many points she's got available, and she can analyse other creatures, and I really enjoy that. Because I really like video games as well, and I love video games with skill trees and that sort of things, like Final Fantasies, Dragon Quest. They're some of my favourite games. So this was like, yes. And finally, we have O Maidens in Your Savage Season Volume 2. I don't have Volume 1, but again, this was half price at Blackwell's, so I decided to pick it up because I've heard a lot about it and I'd been looking to pick it up. It was on it's been on my want to try list for a while now actually, and also it's got really nice rainbow covers, which I'm a right sucker for. I really don't know much about it. I think it's a romance. I'm fairly sure it's a romance. Based on the first sentence on the back cover, it looks like a more grown-up romance. But yeah, so I'll be excited to read that when I get Volume 1. I don't think it's particularly a long series either. I think there's only 9. There's not many volumes. I can't remember how many. From the anime creator of Anohana. Oh my gosh. Anohana, one of the few anime I've watched. I watched it as part of my degree. It was one of I did Japanese anime in society as one of my modules in my second year, and we had to watch Anohana as part of it and write reports and stuff. Living the life. So that was my haul. I'm thinking of it as a mini haul, but it's really not a mini haul. How many did I pick up this time? Exactly 20, which isn't a mini haul. It's just not one of my stupidly big hauls where there's parcels everywhere and I'm like drowning in manga. I am so excited for some of these volumes though, particularly Grand Blue Dreaming, Volume 12, Ascendance of a Bookworm, Part 1, Volume 4. What else do I have? A Sign of Affection, Volume 1. Mashima's Heroes, because I didn't know that was a thing and that really excited me. Rising of Shield Hero Volume 14, because then I can also read 15 and then I'll be up to date. I mean, also Snow White and the Red Hair Volume 12, that's a pre-order, that's a new release. New releases usually go straight into my basket. Actually, so is Grand Blue in Ascendance of a Bookworm. Ah, my poor basket. It's just, after my last haul, I like to put all my pre-orders straight into the basket, my reading basket to read, but it was so full, I ended up just stacking them on top and it was very unwieldy to carry around the house. So I need to read, otherwise I'm gonna drop something. And then we've also got our little isekai stack for the giveaway. Although probably we'll put this up before the giveaway closes. Today is the 15th and I'm closing the giveaway on the 17th at midnight. So the 17th is Saturday and the end of Saturday I'll close it is what I mean. So see how quickly I can turn around this video. I'm hoping I won't do too much editing and it'll just be a lot more of me rambling on and you'll enjoy that. We'll see. Let me know in the comments whether or not you preferred it this way or you prefer my massive hauls. My current thought is to do them slightly more frequently and about this size. My next haul is going to likely be in a couple of weeks. I'm hoping to go shopping, to actually go to Forbidden Planet and Travelling Man and buy some manga in person. I haven't quite decided yet if I'm going to do a shopping with me manga video or just I go shopping and then show my manga off afterwards. I haven't decided yet, but I'll think about it. Let me know in the comments. What would you rather see? I'm super nervous though about going out and filming, like walking down the street with my camera and be like, hey, what's up? And there's people like, what's she doing, strange weirdo? If you've enjoyed this video and you're still around, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you're not already for more manga content. Yes. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me today and I will see you next time. Bye!